Hare Krishna. We are, Today we are seeing the Priti Sandarbha of Shri Jiva Goswami. In the Priti Sandarbha, the first Anuched of Priti Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami begins by establishing love for Bhagwan, Priti as the ultimate goal of human life, that is the Purushartha. During this course of his explanation, he remarks that the statement Tattvam Asi, you are that. This statement, you are that, is so misinterpreted, and people are misused using this statement, and they are uh, made to believe in something that is voidism and nothingness. This statement, you are that, is much misused by people, and they are thus kept away from the devotional service to Bhagwan. So, Thus, here Rup Goswami says that the famous Mahavakya, they call it Mahavakya, Tattvam Asi. It hints actually at the priti between a jiva and a Bhagwan. This is a very unique view of this famous Mahavakya from the Upanishad. It is a very uh, lengthy anuched, so uh, there is a very brief presentation of Sri Jiva Goswami's writings on this. The Anuched is very vast, but for taking running quickly through the essence of it, we are taking a little portion of it. So, such statements like you are that should be taken as a description of his love, the Bhagwan's love, just as it is said about someone who is very intimate. You are that very person. If somebody is become recipient of the Lord's mercy or his love, then it is to be the Tattvam Asi is to be taken in that light. You are that very person. Moreover, material dealings are also seen as to be centered on love alone. All living beings are striving for love, for the sake of which one even sacrifices one's life. But being unable to find a suitable object of love, people give it up for unqualified objects. So, unable to find a suitable object of love, people give it for unqualified objects. Thus, everyone's wish is to seek out a suitable object of love. This wish is materialized only in Bhagwan, and Bhagwan is Adokshaj. So, we are all trying for devotional service. Why is he not responding? The answer is you are not uh, sincere. This is the simple, plain answer any donkey gives today's world without giving a thought to it. He, why have I not received Bhagwan's love till now? Because you are not sincere. Now, what needs to be done to be sincere? How much should one try more? So that is another question. That is another thing to notice. But on a general scale, this tendency to seek out a suitable object of love and even sacrifice life for it is inherent in all the living beings. So, you are that. Tattvam asi. This line indicates only the object, it hints at only the priti between jiva and Bhagwan. Because if you see from the point of view of the existence, the jiva is a part and parcel of the Lord. Uh, it is said that the jiva swarup, what is it? It is the to be the eternal servant of the Lord. So that is from the existence point of view. But here, Jiva Goswami is giving an interpretation for Tattvam Asi based on the priti between a jiva and Bhagwan, and not on that existence basis. He's not giving an ontological view. He is giving a view based on the priti that exists between jiva and Bhagavan. And why has a jiva not attained the love of God yet? So the simple answer they give is because you are not sincere. Okay. So now, what is that sincere and insincere? That is a different topic altogether. But in to understand the confusion surrounding that statement, Tat Mahavakya, Tattvam Asi, you are that. Now, in Bhagavatam, so many shlokas that starts with that, which is that who was. So that means what? That soul, that person in the character that received the mercy of the Lord. So the mercy of the Lord means, of course, His mercy means He is forgiving the offender. So that is the way. So when it is said, you are that, tat tvam asi, then you are the one who is the recipient of the mercy of the Lord. That is the meaning, that actually is the essence of it. And we have to take that only. We cannot take something other based on other philosophies which are incomplete. So this is the thing to begin with. And after this, again, there will be many more philosophies. So at the present era, this is the philosophy that the priti between Jiva and Bhagavan, it is based on that. So whatever is the latest, we have to accept that. We cannot accept that which was in the past and which is not so appealing to people, and which is not so, not so much in acceptance, the wide acceptance. So now in today's world, the Richard Goswami's literature is being followed, and then the latest, the ISKCON founder Srila Prabhupada, his literature is being sought after the most. So Jiva Goswami's commentary on this Mahavakya Tattvam Asi is based on that, the priti between the Jiva and the Bhagavan. And in Bhagavad Sandarbha, it was made clear that Brahma is a quality-less manifestation of Bhagavan. By the intuitive experience of Brahman, one certainly becomes liberated, but there is no qualitative experience in this state. Although one is free of any suffering, there is no positive experience of bliss. One loses sense of one's distinct identity in Brahman like a drop of water falling into the ocean. In actual fact, the drop is never lost, but it has no sense of itself as an individual apart from the ocean. Then, what is the point of living such a life where you have your own individual identity, but you are not doing anything, and you are not even claiming it? So, what is the point in living a life like this? So here, in the state of Brahman realization, there is no loss of one's identity, yet there is no scope for reciprocation between the Jiva and the Brahman. This is so because the liberated Jiva fully identifies with the Brahman. This is so because the liberated Jiva fully identifies with the Brahman. It was therefore concluded in Bhagavad Sandarbha that Brahman is an incomplete and lower manifestation of the Absolute. Jiva Goswami thus emphasizes here again that the direct experience of Brahman as a person, Bhagavan, the direct experience of Bhagavan is the Purushartha. Having established this, the next very important point, which is also one of the distinctive features of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, is that love or priti is the real Purushartha and not merely an experience of Bhagavan. It is only in priti that Bhagavan reveals himself. Without priti, no one can know his nature. Therefore, without priti, even if one sees Bhagavan, that's not very wonderful. So, without priti, if you see Bhagavan, then you will have just a vision of the Bhagavan. People like Shishupal and Kansa also saw Krishna, but they had no priti for him, and so they could not understand who or what he was. It was a different issue that because of Krishna's greatness, they benefited from contact with him, but they could not experience the bliss of having his vision. So they benefited from contact, It is a different issue. Because of Krishna's greatness, they benefited from contact with him, but they could not experience bliss of having his vision. In reality, they did not even see Krishna. So what they saw was only a mic covering of Krishna. This was described in Krishna Sandarbha, and additionally, the Vishnu Puran, it also makes a statement about Shishupal, Atma Vinashaya Bhagavadasta Chakramsu Malojvalam Akshaya Teja Swarupam Parama Brahma Bhutam Apagata Dveshadi Dosho Bhagavantam Adrakshit. Shishupal, having been freed from the defect of envy and other such vices, beheld Bhagavan as the supreme Brahman, whose form, Swarup, was of imperishable effulgence, shining brilliantly with a garland of rays from the disk he had cast in order to destroy him. This is from Vishnu Puran. According to this assertion, the form of Bhagavan that is displayed to the Asuras is not his true form, not his Swarup, but a manifestation of Maya. If they do actually see the Swarup of Bhagavan, their envy would be dispelled. It is Priti alone that brings an ultimate end to all suffering. If there is no Priti, then even a vision of Bhagavan does not help, as is seen in the case of Duryodhana. Even after seeing Krishna and his Virat form, Duryodhana was not convinced about his the lordship. He thought Krishna was like a magician. Seeing him directly did not bring Duryodhana any bliss. He also could not understand truth about Krishna and continued to suffer from his envious nature. Therefore, the conclusion is that Priti is the highest Purusharth and not the is the higher Purusharth, not the experience of Brahman or the vision of Bhagwan. Even Mukti devoid of Priti is not supreme Purushartham. Other words like Bhakti, Rati, Prem, Bhav, and as we shall see, even Mukti or Kaivalya are used in Bhagavad Purana as synonyms of Priti. Mukti or Kaivalya, both are used as synonyms of Priti. This Priti brings an end to all suffering. Without Priti, one cannot have true experience of Bhagwan or his qualities. It is Priti that reveals Bhagwan along with his nature. Priti alone reveals his divine attributes, and it does so in accordance with its amount. These are the characteristics, six characteristics of Priti. One may raise a doubt. If Priti is highest Purushartha, then why the Upanishads have not mentioned it? And the Upanishads are supposed to be the cream of Vedas. So why is it that Mukti or Moksha is propagated at the highest Purushartha? So Sri Jiva Goswami cites one of the most important statements of the Upanishads. One of the four Mahavakyas uh, of the Advaita Vedantis. They say Tattvamasi. So there are many Mahavakyas in Upanishads, and the Advaitwad scholar accepts only four, one from each from the four Vedas, and so Tattvamasi is that one of the four is Tattvamasi. So Srila Jiva Goswami he says that here the Jiva and the Brahman are equated. So, Tat Tvam Asi. Tattvam Asi is one of the Mahavakya of Advaita Vedantis, and Jiva Goswami is giving his commentary on that, and he says it is nothing but like addressing like you are the recipient of the mercy of the Lord, so you are that. So that means that. And what is that first person who received the mercy of the Lord? The one who tried to poison the Lord through her breast. So she made Lord suck her breast, poisonous breast, and that is how we know Putana, the first one who to receive the mercy of the Lord. So that Sakhechari, it is mentioned that wicked witch. So Sakhechari, and when it is you are that, so here Jiva Goswami is interpreting it as the priti between the Lord and the Jiva. So the Lord is having some mercy faculty towards such a Jiva also, who is coming to kill him through poisoning. So Jiva Swami has given this interpretation, and this is from the this is such a nice unique interpretation, and it is from the first anucheda of Priti Sandarbha. Thank you very much.